Keeps happening. Shoppers are being followed home and then robbed. Now 10 of the accused crooks are off the streets, but police warn there are more out there and they may be watching you. David Gonzalez is in the River Oaks district where we see a lot of these incidents. David, the thieves picking out targets ahead of time.
That's exactly right, Len. HPD says that these suspects prey on their victims based on what they're wearing, where they're shopping and eating, and even on what they're driving. And sometimes they follow them until they're ready to attack. Surveillance cameras outside a Houston hotel captured just how fast a group of armed robbers pounced on an unsuspecting victim.
He realizes he's in trouble too late.
HPD wouldn't disclose where or when this robbery took place, but say these suspects are still roaming the streets.
These are very violent gang members and crews that are out working these robberies.
Officials say this attack is just one of many similar robberies since January. Victims who were recently targeted after shopping in the River Oaks district during a similar robbery say there's no peace of mind while shopping.
And I guess they followed us from valet parking. They're pros. I mean, they know what they're doing. We always see it happen on the news and never thought, it would happen to us.
Authorities say these robbers are part of multiple gangs who identify and pick out their targets ahead of time. Police say the suspects then follow their victims before attacking.
They're looking at luxury rides, exotic cars, in conjunction with flashy, expensive jewelry and high-end shopping districts and expensive restaurants.
So far, Houston police have arrested 10 suspects linked to these types of crimes. Chief Troy Finner says they're working with federal agencies to catch others who are terrorizing the community.
I said one of my number one priorities was going to be to go after violent criminals, trigger pullers, and this is what we're doing.
And when asked where these types of crimes are taking place, well, HPD says they're happening everywhere since people are being followed from one location to a destination. If you do think you are being followed home, make sure that you do not head home. Instead, call 911 and head to the nearest police station. Back to you.
Boy, oh boy. David, thanks for the update.